Talking about Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora. Diaspora is about Nigeria.
Giants of Africa.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. Is about Nigeria.
This season on Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora, we visited some major European countries and major European cities. We went to Paris, France, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Bruges, Belgium, and many more. Join me as I take you into the lives of Nigerians in diaspora. Come on, let's get nosy.
I am Jennifer Genter and you're watching the Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora, the show where we travel around the world uncovering and documenting the lives and lifestyle of Nigerians in Diaspora. Today we are here in the city of Ostend to document the life of Mr. Collins Mweke, who is a Nigerian diaspora, the first Nigerian, by the way, to be elected into the political office of the West Flanders, Belgium. Come with us.
My name is Collins Mweke, Councillor of Ostend City Council. I am a Nigerian in diaspora. We are here today at the House of Economy in Ostend, Belgium. Here with me is Hunter van Praat. He is the CEO of House of the Economy. The economy is one of my portfolios as a councillor of Ostend City Council, so I serve on the board of the House of the Economy. And Hunter is our main man as the CEO.
Coming up on Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora.
Right now, we are hanging out at the Maria Hendrika Park. Can you sing a national anthem?
Nigerian anthem?
Yes.
No? I can try a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Yakubu is...
That's where we're going to, right?
That's where we're going to.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. Is about Nigeria.
Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora. I am Jennifer Genter. I am actually in Ostend, city of Belgium, in the House of Economy with both the CEO, Mr. Gunter, and the board member, Mr. Collins Mweke.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure to have you here. Welcome to Ostend.
Thank you. It's a beautiful city, by the way. Please tell me more about the House of Economy.
We are a private company, but financed by the government. So we are in between the government, the local government, the regional governments, all the governments, mostly the local, and the companies. So when companies, entrepreneurs, investors come here, our main target is to help them very quickly.
Okay.
And to help them with all their businesses. Being an entrepreneur is complicated, and sometimes they need some specialized advice.
Yes.
Do you want to do it right, or you want to do it fast?
Registration, legalization, loans, funds.
Everything.
How does your involvement as a board member in the House of Economy of the city of Ostend in Belgium benefit Nigerians both home and abroad?
Essentially, I mean, I'll be very specific about that. A little while ago, Hunter and I were talking about an idea that flew out of a brainstorm section that we had regarding House of the Economy. Regarding Nollywood. Now, I didn't bring it up.
Oh.
Yes, interestingly, it was Hunter himself, as would be expected, a CEO that is versatile, that is always on the lookout for opportunities. He identified possible opportunities in the Nollywood of Nigeria, talks to me about it, and one of the reasons I came for this session that I'm having with him is to get some more feedback and to give him some feedback too on how we can develop that further. So yes, it's something in the pipeline, and that is one of the ways that I try to bring or to build a bridge between Ostend
And
and Nigerian
That's
businesses.
amazing.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Mr. Gunter, now, what made you thought of Nigeria? I have to ask. Why did you think of Nigeria?
Because it's a big country, it's a huge economy, it has huge national reserves, and we have at the airport we have a lot of freight direction flights to Africa. We also have them to Nigeria. We have a lot of companies who fly to Africa, and we want to expand that. So for us, it's important. Secondly, we are also looking to Africa. We see the raise on the stock markets, the growth of the economy. You have some
You
problems.
mentioned the economy and I was going to ask you first of all, what do you think of Nigeria? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Football. Because we had John Cashy here. He laid a great impression.
Football, oil,
Mineral resources.
Mineral resources, and also Muslim extremists. The abduction of children gets a lot of attention.
Okay.
You see it a lot in television. So that frightens a bit people.
Yeah.
So, but now we have so much terrorism all over the world. And also, I see that a lot of Nigerian banks are moving on the international scene. Into the country, I think.
I want to get your opinion on something, which is the media and how corruption and Nigeria is a kind of headline all the time on news, even if in the media and the news worldwide. Nigeria gets a global attention, obviously, and sometimes not the best. So I want to know, do you believe that everything that is being said on the media or portrayed negatively about Nigeria is accurate, or you think it's a little bit exaggerated? What is your opinion as a foreigner?
With Europeans, when they look to African countries, I have to say that they look it from far away. They have some ideas about it. They think corruption is high. So when you have an African country who can fight corruption and who can attract investors and make sure they have a straight path for their investment, you'll be a winner. Because when a lot of Europeans international
So many European people believe in what they see on TV, which is the high rate of corruption that is being propagated.
not only from Nigeria, they believe it from the whole of
Even
Africa.
about Nigeria.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
What is the difference between the corruption in Europe and the one in Nigeria? And how do you think, or your recommendation on how to try to fight and reduce corruption in Nigeria?
In Europe, you do more business from business. When you invest in Europe, it's more from business to business. When you go to Nigeria, it's more from business to the government. So it's an opportunity.
So it's
for,
not corruption in Europe?
It's not. There's corruption in Europe, of course. Of course, there's corruption. But the government has not that power anymore in Europe. The government has less power in Europe than it has in Africa and also in Nigeria. The government is more dominated. The administration of the government is more important for an investor than it is in Europe. In Europe, it's more business to business.
Okay.
And that is, in Africa, it's business to government. And every government has the opportunity to make it good, to make it sure that the investors feel at home, that they know we invest that's what we get for it.
Yeah.
And also the investors have to stop and trying to bribe.
That's what I was going to give. Many people will argue
Of course,
that
of course.
the outsiders help corruption with the inside, and sometimes
Yes, of
some
course.
foreign companies actually bribe the government officials who are supposed to make sure that the rules are followed.
But you know the problems. You know what the problem is, so you can solve it.
Yeah.
So when you are an African country, make an agency with a few decision makers. When an investor comes, make sure that and follow it through the regional government and follow it from the top to bottom, and make sure that there's
The
one
rules are
path.
respected.
There's one path for an investor when he wants to invest in that province. Make sure that he knows what he has to do, and make sure that agency is not corrupt.
Great. Thank you for your answers, and thank you for being honest and being real, because sometimes people tell us what we want to hear, but we want to hear the truth. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Gonza and Mr. Hoike, and this is Live Nigerians Diaspora. I am Jennifer Jensen, and watch us more.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Coming up on Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Migrants in Diaspora. Joining us today is an amazing man, Mr. Councilman, who is the first Nigerian to be elected into a political office in West Flanders, Belgium. He's also the Green Party Councillor of the city of Ostend, Belgium. Hello, Mr. Weke.
Hello, Jennifer.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
And very resume. Very impressive.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, what does it feel like to be a Nigerian city councillor in Europe?
Humbling, rewarding because it gives the opportunity to serve.
Why did you choose to come to Europe, given that you have the language? I mean, you could have gone to Canada or America or elsewhere. Why Europe? And when did you arrive here and why?
Well, it wasn't necessarily planned. As a young person, you are constantly, in the lookout for challenges. You want to explore society. You want to do things, and so it happened at some point. In the 90s, Nigeria, had just started facing, not just political but also economic turmoil, economic challenges. Young people of the time, my generation, wanted to try something else. Some of us found ourselves having to, come out of Nigeria in search of knowledge, in search of, education, in search of the greener pasture, as they say. And so I believe I belong to that generation of
This is Nigerians in Diaspora. It's about Niger.
So tell me about more about your charitable organization, Jacobi. Did I get it right? Because I'm very horrible with names. Yakubu, yes.
The individual that provided inspiration for the setup of the charity, Yakubu, was a Nigerian. A Nigerian who at some point was living here in Ostend, but then, he was an asylum seeker, and he lost the right to live here, and he was expected to.
So he was rejected.
He was rejected.
Wasn't granted.
His application for asylum was rejected, and he was expected to leave the country within a given space of time. Now he went underground. Was set up at the time to cater for the basic needs of these individuals, the individuals who found themselves in this situation, but also to do everything within the law to, recycle their situation so that they live the life of illegality to the life of.
So the people function under the Belgium government, so you approved, so you have a physical facility that we can go see, maybe visit and.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so we should go there and look around and see what it's all about.
This is Nigerians in Diaspora. It's about Niger.
What do you think the government needs to do to create more jobs and opportunity for our youth?
Government shouldn't be in the business of creating jobs. Government should be in the business of facilitating the private sector to create jobs. In Nigeria, you hear this term very often, creating the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. That's what government should be doing, and they should be doing that. They should be doing that through creating the right regulatory framework, providing some support mechanism by way of startup loans, either interest-free or very low interest, because as you know, the bedrock of the economy is the small and medium enterprise.
That's right.
Okay, so when government does all of this, they are creating the opportunity for businesses to thrive, create jobs, and get the economy running.
This is Nigerians in Diaspora. It's about Niger.
Will you ever go back home?
Definitely. But when, I do not
know.
And it is to be influenced by several factors. I do have two amazing boys, as you know, born here, being raised here. Both of them are currently in university. This place is home for them. For me, at this moment, I am a politician here, and I love what I do. It could well be that some time in the future that I would want to do one or two things in Nigeria. But one thing is certain.
And you've been the councillor of the Green Party councillor of the city of Austin. How does your work here help Nigerians back home?
In many ways, and at the moment there is a discussion ongoing, to introduce Nollywood, the well-known and enjoyed Nollywood to Nigeria. As you know, one of the mainstays of the economy here in Austin is tourism. And,
yes.
Bringing Nollywood here, through the House of the Economy, where, like I said, I serve as a director, will be amazing. There are huge business opportunities to explore there, and I'm happy that my colleague there, the CEO, sees eye to eye with me, and actually he was the one that spoke to me first about it. So today we're going to get.
I was impressed with what you were able to get him to do.
Well, and of course, I've led a number of trade missions to Nigeria, and I want to see more of such trade missions. Two-way trade missions from here, leading businesses to Nigeria who are interested in investing, and Nigerians coming out here looking for technical partners or markets for their goods and their products.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Wake, and it was nice hanging out with you today. This is the Lives of Nigerian Diaspora. We are in the city of Austin in Belgium, and I am Jennifer Chente, and I will see you next time.
Yakubu is...
that's where we're going to, right?
That's where we're going to. Yakubu is a charity that I founded together with a number of individuals, amongst whom Dr. Reginald Morales, who at the time was Minister for International Development. It's a refugee group, and as you know, in the 90s, there were quite a lot of Nigerians who flew out of Nigeria, some for economic, some for political reasons.
Yes.
And so Yakubu was founded out of the need to help refugees from all parts of the world. And the Yakubu itself, on whose name the organization was from, was a Nigerian. I can tell you more about it.
Himself is, tell me more about it afterwards. So I'm seeing silence, what's going on here. So what goes on here? This is where you do all the administrative work?
This is the engine house of Yakubu. A lot of administration, they have to, sort out the residence documents of individuals, loads of paperwork, and that is the gentleman coordinating all of it.
Yeah, not alone. We are a group of volunteers. Yeah.
Combien de personnes vous avez ici dans l'association en fait? Combien de gens peuvent vous entretenir pendant, je ne sais pas, environ de 1 an par exemple, dans Yakubu Charity House?
Il y avait 54 familles, pas personnes, mais familles. Et actuellement,
il y avait combien?
54 familles.
Oh wow!
You have to reckon that the family, has an average of, 5 to 6 persons in the family.
How do you get funds? People think it's easy, it's very difficult. C'est très très cher en fait de avoir une maison d'association comme ça. Ça vient où votre revenu? L'argent que vous...
L'argent?
Oui, je ne sais pas, les donations de nourriture, les vêtements et tout ce qu'ils ont besoin, des familles qui ont besoin d'aide. Qui est votre donneur?
Yes, Wells is call it a couple entity that provides, support to charities like Yakubu, and the charities come sometimes in the form of cash, little project based on projects, but also material support. For example, facilitating, the food items that they.
So you have companies and establishments that actually donate to you people.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. And you are welcome to donate.
I will get the words out because it's still a good cause. Yes.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Lives of Manchester Diaspora. We are here today at the Collegiate Park Restaurant and Clubhouse with Mr. Collins Wake. Hello!
So when you think about immigration, do you think that young people should travel more, or you think they should stay back home? Your opinion?
Tell them not to come. It looks as if you are wicked.
Why is that?
Yes, because they believe that Europe is the bed of roses.
So if you tell them not to come, wouldn't that be a great advice? Telling them that it's difficult?
Give them to give the younger ones in Nigeria is go out, study
Education.
Education. Get a good, they call it here diploma.
Yeah,
Get
good degree.
A good certificate. Get a good degree and look for something. But your opportunity to come to Europe, do it in the right way.
So you do not support illegal immigration?
I don't.
Okay, so thank you so much for your inputs. It's nice to have you here.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Hi everyone, I am Jennifer Gentile and you're watching the Lives of Nigerians in Diaspora. Right now we are hanging out at the Maria Hendrika Park and we are back with an amazing woman. They call her Miss Glamour in Ostend. Her name is Faith Friday. Hello Faith! How are you today?
I'm good.
It's a beautiful weather. I love what you're wearing, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you style yourself? Thank you.
Yeah, I did.
So you're a Nigerian diaspora.
Yeah.
How and when did you arrive to Belgium?
I arrived in Belgium in 2013. No, 2003.
2003.
Yeah, I was 13 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How do you like Belgium then?
I live here. I like it, but sometimes it's tough. But I can't run back home.
Why did you leave home?
I was married with a Belgian guy. I met him in Nigeria.
Okay,
so we both got married and we came here. When I arrived here, somebody introduced me to Miss Collins. So that was how I get to know the family.
Okay.
And they've been nice to me since then.
Since you arrived, have you ever faced like challenges like racism? You obviously didn't have documentation issue because you were married to a Belgian person.
Racism?
Yes.
Racism is everywhere. Like me, it doesn't bother me because I'm a black woman. I'm a proud African woman living in Europe. I'm proud from beginning, so even the racism, it doesn't bother me. I don't see it as anything because even in Africa, we racist each other.
Yeah. How often do you travel home?
I don't travel much. In 13 years, only one time I travel because I think
what needs to happen home for you to travel back home?
The time I traveled was when I lost my father. That was the only time I went back home. And my daughter she was little when I came. So, and I have to wait for her to grow up a little bit so that we can both go back home so she can balance the both sides, to see the African life and see this side. So I stay for her.
Okay.
But just to wait for her to finish her schools, like maybe when she's 19, 18, then she'll be ready, then we both can go home.
This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Niger.
Finally, can you sing a national anthem?
Nigerian anthem?
Yes. No?
I can try a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I rise for compassion. Nigeria's coming back to serve our father's land. with love and strength and faith.
That's right.
So love.
You're almost there. I was just checking you to see if you're still married. You're from the roots. You still remember your roots. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're still very Nigerian. Just checking.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you so much, Faith. Okay, for joining us today, and you're watching the lives of International Diaspora.
Talking about Nigerians in diaspora, diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora, diaspora is about Nigeria, oh, Nigeria, don't mess with Nigeria, Nigeria, the giant of Africa, the giant of Africa, we are one Nigeria, This is Nigerians in diaspora. It's about Nigeria.